Yeah, that's Dexter's reaction. Maybe you should be focused on your own grades right now instead of Isuzu's. Hang on. Her grades might improve, but yours might wind up falling behind. You might even have to take remedial classes. Skip. I too had to know enough to be able to help Isuzu with every subject. Pardon the intrusion. Oh. Belle. Thanks. The first time in quite a long time, I found myself in Isuzu's room. Somehow the room seemed a bit more girly than I remembered it being, and it smelled rather nice too. Midriff, yep. No, Belle. Bro, you... Hang on. Yeah, you cannot... They did not hide the belly button. No, it's okay. I quickly picked a spot to sit down before he realized I was staring around her room. I then took out my study materials from my bag and laid them out. Nah, it's fine. We can invite her next time. Invite her again next time. Although she probably wouldn't come even if we did. Ah, yes, as an angel of love. Or at least that's what she told me, as she stubbornly refused to move. Somebody else's thoughts and prayers probably weren't going to do all that much for me, but I knew she was just trying to be considerate in her own way. Even though she flat out ignored me when I argued that it'd be kind of awkward being alone with Isuzu. Hang on a minute. I brought all my textbooks and stuff. What subject should we start with? I didn't expect the CG so quickly. Like, not even 10 minutes before the last one. Alright, sounds good. This stuff will probably be on the test too anyway. Ooh. Alright, the faces of Isuzu in these CGs look a little smaller and cuter than in the sprite. They do look a bit rounder. I don't know, it's probably the angle. I peered at the question Isuzu pointed to. Oh, that. As I leaned over toward her, I detected a faint, pleasant scent. But it was the clean, refreshing scent of soap. Truth be told, I couldn't help but notice. There was something oddly attractive about Isuzu tonight. Her hair was slightly damp. Her cheeks and her ears were flushed slightly pink. Perhaps due to the heat, a light sheen of sweat appeared on the back of her neck as well. and finally lost in thought. Her slightly parted lips glistened seductively. Hey, hang on. The more I stared at her, the more her hair and her body drew attention to the fact that she was in fact a girl too. And not the sports bra, definitely not. Oh, God, the game is so fucking... nothing. As Isuzu raised her head, our eyes met inches from one another. She stared up at me, with her usual cheeriness, but with a strangely suggestive, almost alluring look. We should get back to fucking... Wait, we're not there yet. Oh, right. Sorry. Flustered, she looked away. It would have been dangerous if we kept our eyes locked any longer. I felt like I was about to go crazy. By the way, why are you dressed like that? Were you squeezing in a bit of training before our study session? She's fresh out of the shower? No wonder she seemed so sexy. Although it all made sense now, it did little to calm my excitement. If anything, my imagination began to run a little even wilder. Okay. So, why did you decide to put on more sportswear? No, I think you just made Sumugu hard because of it. What? No, not really. However, it was surprisingly revealing. I couldn't help but think about how feminine she looked. But I came here to study. That's what I should be focused on right now. Huh? Yeah, I guess. When we were kids, I used to come over to play all the time. I'd often drop by to talk about our club activities too. Do I? Huh? Yeah, but the difference is that this is more personal. This is a private viewing of current sportswear. Hello, meow. That's over with good wishes and well, freezing outside. Unlucky. It's autumn over here, in the southern hemisphere. Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, come on. Let's get back to studying. Susan and I both turned back toward our textbooks. I wondered what she would think if she knew the dirty thoughts I'd been having. I wondered how she'd react if she knew I had romantic feelings for her. I was scared, but I also wanted to know. These were my thoughts as I inhaled the faint scent of soap emanating from Isuzu's body. Damn. Huh? Oh, there we go. Skip. No music. Good. Cool. Oh, there was some. But, let's see how far. This is the longest skip since, like, the first one. If this game had a fan disc, Kinu would definitely have hate scenes. Oh my god, if this game had a fan disc and Kinu was one of the options, I would play the shit out of the game. I forgot who to go for in terms of who to pick for Isuzu's route. Hang on, I am just, I'm just thinking back in my head on who to pick, and I need to go for Isuzu first, obviously, and then Kuduru and Kinu, and then Anzu. And now we skip all the way to here, where I will save here and pick Kururu. Never mind. I quick save. Let's keep going, shall we? Well, let's go with Isuzu. No, we're going with Kururu's route. You want on Lisa and Kaya? Okay. Yeah, I think that's the same. Alright, anyway. Isuzu. I was interested in Isuzu. I never would have guessed. If I were to choose her, would I finally be able to stop us from drifting apart? Isuzu. What's that supposed to mean? Right. It's true that Lamiel and Suzu seem to be hitting it off rather well. Seeing as how I was still a bit distant with her, it almost made me kind of jealous. I think it went very well. Well, she had just gotten out of the bath. It smelled really good, among other things. It went about as you'd expect. It was just a study session after all. Why is she naked? She isn't. What do you... Listen, I'm not gonna pull a Mori. I'm not gonna pull a Calliope, okay? And stream an 18+ version of the game. Where is Huta? Don't make me remember it. I'm getting embarrassed just thinking about it. Look, let's just see what the love note has to say first, okay? Lamiel looked displeased as I changed the subject. Imagine streaming Uta's hate scenes? Okay, maybe not. As I began writing Isuzu's name, however, her expression changed to one of anticipation. I'm getting nervous. Nekopara hate scenes. Listen, I'll get to posting the volume 2 of the hate scenes when I get to posting Nekopara on my main channel, okay? After Love Sweet Garnish. Now that I'd chosen Isuzu as the girl I wanted to be with, what kind of result would the love note show? Let's see.
乾いすず運命度80お誘いを受けてみよう
80. Jesus. At the start of the route? Just record with the 18 plus patch for the love of God. What do you mean?
すごい運命度が上がってるじゃないですか。まさかこんな短期間で上がるなんて。
For LSG? I mean, it doesn't really matter. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
つむぐさん、ズバリ勉強会で何かありましたね。
Well, I should be going to bed soon. Getting to bed soon. She didn't let me else switch into smug detective mode. I decided to pretend not to hear her.
スルーだけは勘弁してください。
Sometimes visual novels reword things or scenes and stuff. Yeah, but Love Sweet Garnish's hate scenes happen at the end. After the game. They don't happen in the game. It does? Yeah, I already told you it does. There's no need to look that depressed. I dragged her back over after she slunk into a corner of the room and began tracing the ground with her finger.
運命度が上がっているのは良かったのですが。
I feel like I'm having deja vu. Yeah, we had this conversation literally last time I brought up that the hate scenes in Love Sweet Garnish happen after the game. So it doesn't matter if I play the all ages version of it. But you're wondering about the message that came after it.
はい。お誘いを受けてみようとは何のことでしょうか。
I'm sure that Isuzu will invite us to something and we will have to say yes. It probably means exactly that, but is what was going to happen between me and Isuzu.
まあ、いくら考えても仕方ありませんし、そのうちわかるでしょう。それよりも、私はいすずさんとの勉強会の様子が気になります。ぜひ教えてください。
You want to know that badly?
当たり前ですよ。こんな短期間で運命度がぐんと上がってるんですから。これはもうドキドキワクワクな展開が起きたと考えて間違いありません。さあさあ、包み隠さず話してください。
Oh, alright. Afterward, I explained to Elle everything that happened during my visit to Suzu's house until she was satisfied with my story.
俺のキューピッドがポンコツすぎて怖い。
A few days have passed since our proficiency tests. Today, Minakoshi was handing back our modern Japanese test papers. With this, we'd received the last of our results.
つむちゃん、本当にありがとう。心配だった原告も赤点も回避できたよ。
Oh, that's great. The moment class was over, Isuzu came running over to show me her test sheet. She was noticeably more excited than usual. She must be really happy.
これで全教科赤点回避。つむちゃんのおかげだね。
There is the pose that you were talking about before, with her back facing us. It wasn't all me. Ale helped you study too, didn't she?
うん、それはそうなんだけどね。つむちゃんは私がわかるようになるまで真剣に教えてくれたでしょ。それに問題集まで貸してくれたから本当にありがとう。
BTS? Isuzu's straightforward smile made my chest flutter. Maybe this feeling really was.
でもエイルちゃんにもちゃんとお礼は言っておくね。
Good idea. I'm sure she'd be delighted too.
あれでもエイルちゃんいないみたい。
You're right. She must have seen me and Isuzu chatting together and wanted to give us some space. Alright, I'm glad that Tsumugu picked up on that. Well, whatever. You can tell her later. More importantly, now that you're avoiding you've avoided failing, you can go back to concentrating on the track club.
うん、そうだね。これでまた頑張れるよ。
Just when I thought our study session had brought us a little closer, she was back to her club activities. Though it was inevitable, I couldn't help but feel kinda lonely. Well, good luck with practice.
そのことなんだけどね。
ん？
今回は勉強をすごく頑張ったから、たまにはお休みを入れようと思ってるな。
That's unusual. Is something wrong?
ううん。たまには遊びに行きたいなって考えてただけ。それで、つむちゃん。もしよかったら、私と甘いものでも食べに行かない？
Isuzu fidgeted as she looked at me. It would appear that this was what the love note had been talking about last night. Sure, let's go.
いいの？
Even she's surprised you agreed. What do you mean? You're the one who asked, aren't you?
そうだけど、まさかすぐに返事してくれるなんて思わなかったから。
I guess that's true. We hadn't had many chances to go out together these days, so it was probably a little weird of me to agree so readily.
本当にいいんだよね。
Yeah, of course. It's been a while since we've hung out.
ありがとう。
Isuzu's face broke into a wide smile. It feels like it's been a long time since I've seen her look so happy.
実はつむちゃんと行きたいお店があったの。
Really? What place?
映画館の近くにあるホテルなんだけど、有名パティシエ監修のスイーツがあるんだって。
A love hotel, if only. Sounds kind of expensive. Hang on a minute. They serve these sweets made by a famous patissier. Crow? Is that you? Never mind.
ううん、それが意外と安くて驚いちゃった。多分私たちみたいな学生をターゲットにしてるんじゃないかな。
Oh. Well, that's good.
ただ一つだけ条件があって。
Condition?
そうなの。ちょっと恥ずかしいんだけど。
Is it couples only? Isuzu blushed, peeking at my face. What was it? What was she about to say? Do you think there will be a second season of a season 2 of Gushing Over Magical Girls? I mean, if there's enough source material, yeah. If there isn't, no.
実はカップル限定なの。
I never would have guessed.
しかもビュッフェみたいな形式じゃなくて部屋で食べるみたい。
Huh? It says a love motel. Why couple? Love motel? Hotel. Is it an orgy? What do you mean? What, read. It's not served as, but at an open buffet either. Apparently, it's more like a room service type deal. So it's basically a couple has to book out a room. Essentially, it is a love hotel. That's. Are you sure? Are you sure fine? Are you sure fine going with me then? Are you sure it's fine going with me then?
つむちゃんと一緒に行きたいなって。
A meal with Isuzu at a hotel, at a love hotel. Well, when never mind. The thought made me kind of nervous, but this might also be my chance to get even closer to her. All right, let's check it out.
いいの？
I want to try these sweets. You want to try these sweets, don't you? Then let's go.
やったー！ありがとう、つむちゃん。
A few of our classmates turned around at the sound of her joyful cheer. She was drawing a bit of attention to ourselves. But, well, whatever.
長話しちゃってごめんね。私そろそろ部活行くから。
Alright, I'll see you later. I'm looking forward to those sweets. You think Uta can get more corrupted? Yes. With that, Isuzu left the classroom in high spirits. After watching her go, I let out a sigh. Never thought we'd be going out together like this. Now that I think about it, how long has it been? I haven't felt this excited for some time, for something in a long time. How exactly? What do you mean? What do you mean in that kind of way? Like haunting? No. A few days later, it was a public holiday, Golden Week. It was the first time in a while that Isuzu and I had made plans together. I have weird questions. Yeah, I can tell. So why the heck are you here too?
そんなの決まってるじゃないですか。
Not really.
幼馴染とデートなんて恋愛漫画みたいで面白い。ではなくて、つむぐさんといすずさんを見守るのは恋天使としての立派なお仕事ですから。
Wait, I don't think I didn't hear that first part. The so-called angel's true motives were all too apparent.
それにしても、つむぐさんの家の前で待ち合わせなんてさすがお隣さんですね。前から思ってましたけど、いすずさんって恋のフラグがビンビンじゃないですか？
Admittedly, the childhood friend plus next-door neighbor combo was an extremely common trope in romance dramas and manga. Still though, I don't think the phrase hookup means what you think it means.
もしかしてエッチな想像しませんでしたか？ダメですよ。そういうのはいすずさんにしてあげてくださいね。
You remember my actual name? Why are you Austin? Don't be stupid. It's been ages since we even hung out together. Things aren't going to take that sort of turn. I thought you would forget. Yeah, I'm sure I would have forgotten after the however many PayPal, however many tips you've sent. Anyway, I hope you're at least planning to support me if you're gonna tag along.
はい、もちろんです。今日は一日透明化して二人を影から支えますね。
I forgot about that. You sure you can handle it? You're not gonna jump out the moment you see us eating sweets and say, I wanna eat some too, are you?
それは。
Hmm. Right. Now I was getting worried. But before I could voice my concerns, I heard the sounds of the front door opening from the house beside us. Catching sight of me, Isuzu cheerfully waved in my direction.
待たせちゃってごめんね。
Nah, I'm just early. Don't worry about it.
ありがとう。
Yeah, I'm just talking to myself, just like Yuma does in Isekai. What's so funny?
なんだかこういうやりとり久しぶりだなと思って。
True. That goes for seeing you wear regular clothes too. Come to think of it, how long has it been? The outfit she was wearing was rather different from the usual sporty getup she had on. The novelty made it even cuter.
つむちゃん？
Oh, those clothes look really good on you.
急にどうしたの？
I just felt like saying it. I didn't mean anything by it. Forget it.
あ
Ah!
れないよ。つむちゃんが褒めてくれてすごく嬉しい。
I didn't get jump scared by 10 gifted? What the fuck, Dexter? I don't even have 10 people watching me. What do you mean? Who the fuck are these people? Seeing her smile at me, I felt my face beginning to flush. Somehow she seemed rather different today.
それにつむちゃんだって服似合ってるよ。
Me? I'm not wearing anything different than normal though.
ねえ、そんなことないよ。いつもよりかっこよく見えるもん。
Do I?
なんだか今日はドキドキする。うんうん、これはいい感じですね。
Shut up, Lobiel. Oi, stop smoking. Stop smoking over there. Just because you're invisible. Just because yeah.
なんだか今のやりとりちょっと恥ずかしいね。
Thanks for the hydrate. Yeah, you'd almost think we were dating.
恋人。
Oh, she's not against the idea. That was about 50 USD. Yeah. What's wrong? And thanks for the stretch.
ううん、なんでもない。時間もなくなっちゃうから歩きながら話そう。
Naturally, falling into pace with one another, we made our way toward the hotel. What do you mean, want a little more? For a fleeting moment, I felt like we were back to the days before I got injured. A short while later, we arrived in the vicinity of the movie theater.
つむちゃん、今から行くホテルが見えてきたよ。
Listen, the only hotel around here is a love hotel. Where?
あのお城みたいな建物。
That's a love hotel. Huh? A hotel that looks like a castle? Isn't that what people call a love hotel? I told you! See, Tsumuga didn't make the same mistake twice. No. That's ridiculous. Susan wouldn't take me to a place like that.
そういえばこれから行くホテルは宿泊だけじゃなくて休憩もできるんだって。
Suzu, my sweet. You didn't even put a fucking Dexter. At least put a message. Don't just donate 1,500 bits without saying anything. Oops. Okay. Suzu, my sweet, innocent child, she does not know that is a love hotel.
買い物で疲れた時に便利だね。
Right. Hmm? Was it really that kind of hotel after all? What are the rooms like?
すごく綺麗で豪華だったよ。それにお風呂もついてて、お連れ様と一緒にどうぞなんて書いてあったし。
Yeah, I wonder why. Well, I guess pretty much settles it. Not to mention the number of passionate couples that seem to be entering the building. Say, we're really going there just for sweets, right?
そうだよ。
I thought it was kind of a misunderstanding. It was some kind of misunderstanding, but apparently we really were going to a love hotel. Wait a minute. Do they even serve sweets at a place like this?
様子がおかしいけど、大丈夫？
Gee, I wonder why.
もしかして私と行きたくないの？
That's not it at all. I'm really excited.
よかった。
You know, just not in the way that you would think. Now that we've come this far, I have no choice but to steel myself for what was to come. But before that, I had to have a few words with my seemingly oblivious follower. Lamiel, come here for a second. Letting Isuzu walk a bit ahead of me, I called out to Lamiel in a whisper.
つむぐさん、どうしましたか？
Although there was no need for her lower her voice, as normal people wouldn't hear her while she was invisible anyway. Lamia replied to me in a whisper as well. She could be strangely conscientious at the oddest times. Ah! Dexter! Also, why didn't it play it didn't play those TTS? Hang on. I'm trying it again. Use it for whatever you want. Okay. Thanks for the 3,000 bits. What the fuck? I know why it didn't play the sound. Plus 10 subs, yes. And the 10 subs. I'm gonna need you to do me a favor and wait outside until we're done.
なんでですか？ホテルのスイーツ楽しみにしてたんですよ。
So she was planning on eating two after all. Didn't you hear what we were saying earlier?
はい、それはもうバッチリです。
And you know what kind of hotel that place really is, right?
スイーツ食べたり、泊まったりするところです。
The only sweets people are eating in that hotel. No mind. Oh, you sweet summer child. That's what I said about Isuzu.
つむぐさんたちだけでスイーツを独り占めする気ですね。
That's not what this is about. I just can't take you along. Anyway, we're heading inside now. How much is that? 100? Okay. Well, it's 80, yeah. So close. I mean, yeah, it's 100. Don't you fucking.
待ってくださいよ。あれ？なんだかエイルちゃんの声が聞こえたような。
How? You're imagining things. Come on, let's go. Pushing at Isuzu's back, the two of us entered the building. As we passed through the doors, I pretended not to notice the signboard outside listing the prices of different lengths of stay. Are you planning on using it for Akron? Maybe. But Akron comes out tomorrow, and I don't know when Twitch pays out. Oh my god. We are in a love hotel eating fucking desserts. They look really good too. As we entered our room, the table inside was already stacked with various sweets. First hate scene? Nah, not this early. It seems like they'd gotten all of this ready while we were at the reception desk in the lobby. They worked fast. I had to give them that. But having said that, there is no fucking need to prepare bathrobes and towels for us too. Although as soon as I noticed it, everything was set up for us to take a bath. Apparently the assumption was for us to eat, take a bath, and then get intimate. Which means these sweets are just meant to be an appetizer for the main course. Oh my god, there would have been a hate scene. I can guarantee that there is meant to be something here. Surely, right? Wait. What the fuck am I thinking? I can't believe I was imagining doing that with Isuzu. Yeah, not at this time. You need to wait at least at least another hour or so. Anyway, I can't believe I was imagining doing that with Isuzu. Besides, she looked much more interested in the food than anything else. But that's Isuzu for you. I should have did PayPal. You can. But god damn it. Stop. Almost a little too much, don't you think? The amount of food here was clearly more than 2 people could finish. I actually need to stop. Yes. If you at least let someone else wail instead. How gracious of them. Despite the interior looking like a high-class hotel, I wish they'd stop with the cheesy love hotel nonsense. Anyway, we should start digging in. Let's eat. We'll both take a bite of the cake in front of us. Wow. No wonder this patisserie is so famous. You would know instantly. If Uta was here. Yeah, but Uta wouldn't be here for the sweets. Unless you're talking about Samugu's sweet ass. Never mind. And compared to the sweets I was used to eating, this was clearly on another level.
ケーキなんて久しぶり。今日はカロリーなんて気にせず食べちゃおうっと。
Seems like she's enjoying herself. Normally, she kept a pretty strict diet in order to stay in shape, so this was probably a nice change for her.
つむちゃん、どうかしたの？
This is a cheat day. Nothing. This cake is just incredible. Not overly sweet, but delicious all the same. Cheat day? Okay, so a cheat day is essentially a day in the week where you essentially pig out, right? Because throughout you cheating on Isuzu, I'm cheating on Uta. I mean, never mind. A cheat usually, right? Especially in Isuzu's case, she would usually try to maintain a calorie. She would try to maintain her calories, right? So she doesn't overeat. It doesn't go overboard with the amount of calories she intakes, right? A cheat day throws all that out the window and essentially is like, you can eat as much as you want. You can break your diet, right? Sorry, my PTSD kicked in. Yeah, I can see that. Because in Isuzu's case, she's probably on a strict diet, so that she can't eat like sweets, like sugars. Carbs are at a minimum. Eat more protein, right? Stuff like that. And then for the cheat day, it doesn't matter. Eat what you want, as much as you want. You know, I want Uta's cake, right? Yeah. This cake is just incredible. Oh, I've already read that.
何個でも食べれちゃいそう。
As if all the distance between us up until now had never existed, the two of us laughed together as we ate. This was a huge chance. At this rate, our relationship might even go back to normal. No, perhaps we could become something even more. Change, not chance. Hang on. Oh, this was a huge change. Okay.
美味しかった。
Shut up, okay? They can work this, they can work. I'm stuffed. Despite how much food there was, we somehow managed to eat it all. Even calling for an employee to come clean everything up. After calling for an employee to come clean everything up, we decided to take a little after meal breather.
つむちゃん、この後どうする？
Take a bath. I mean, don't know. I didn't have anything particular in mind. Why don't we just relax for a bit?
そうだね。ゆっくりしちゃおっか。
Isuzu was in full leisure mode. Standing up from her chair, she wandered over to the bed and sat down.
わあ、このベッドふかふか。すっごく気持ちいい。
Leisure, shut up. Does it? Although she still hadn't realized this was a love hotel, I couldn't help but gulp seeing her sit on the bed.
そういえばテレビもあるんだね。何かやってるかな？
Don't turn on the TV. Love Miel made that mistake during her route. Wait, I don't think you should.
すごい。おちんぽ来てる。
God damn it.
いいな。
This is, by the way, this game doesn't have the mature rating. Isuzu suddenly froze, staring at the TV. Displayed on screen was a voluptuous woman having her body groped by a rather burly, muscular man. Ah, my jaw hurts. God damn it.
つむちゃん、これどういうことなの？
There's a love hotel after all. That's why they show these sorts of videos.
ラブホ？
You sweet summer child.
いっちゃう。
Shut up! Turn off the TV!
ちょっと待って、ストップストップ。
I don't think the woman on screen can hear you. However, Isuzu picked up the remote and quickly turned off the TV.
つむちゃん、分かってたの？
Yep. Well, yeah. There was the whole sideboard outside with the different prices after all. I'm more surprised that you didn't realize it when you booked us a room.
だって部屋も普通のホテルみたいだし、有名パティシエ監修なんて書いてあるんだもん。ラブホテルなんて気づかないよ。
I'm assuming you made the booking online, right? Can you show me the site you used?
これなんだけど。
I swear to God. Isuzu looked up at me as she sat on the bed. She's really close. I know she trusted me, but wasn't she acting a little too defenseless?
つむちゃん、どうかな？
I guess it does look like a normal hotel site, but it's pretty obvious it's a love hotel. Exclusively for couples, convenient for dates, and costume rentals available were just some of the taglines that gave it away.
そっか、ごめんね。こんな場所に連れてきちゃって。
Don't worry about it. The sweets were delicious, and I've never been to a love hotel before either. I was a little taken aback, but I had a lot of fun. I tried giving Isuzu a wide smile, but so that she wouldn't feel bad.
ありがとう、つむちゃん。やっぱり優しいね。
You think so?
いつもそうやってフォローしてくれるんだもん。それにきっと、もし私がラブホテルだと気がつかなかったら、何も言わなかったんじゃないかな。
Correct. You know me well. There wasn't really any reason to point it out, and I didn't want things getting awkward either. If Isuzu hadn't flipped on the TV, I probably wouldn't have said anything.
私、つむちゃんのそういうところ、好きだよ。
Hang on a minute, you're in a love hotel. My pulse began to quicken as Isuzu gazed at me. This was a little different from what I felt during our study session, however. After all, we were in a love hotel. When I thought about the fact that this was a place where people came to have sex, I couldn't stop my lower half from reacting.
つむちゃん、何か気になって。
Bro, we just started her route. Huh? What's wrong?
ズボンのあそこ、膨らんでる。
We just started. Panicking, I twisted around to hide my crotch. Looking down at myself, I saw that I was indeed pitching a large tent. Just pretend you didn't see that. Isuzu continued to stare at me, blushing.
そんなこと言われても無理だよ。
Why not?
だって私を意識してあそこを大きくしてくれたんだよね。
Did you? What do you mean?
それはすごく嬉しいことだから。
Look, I know the fadedness is 80, but... Isuzu? The mood in the room seemed to be changing. Just, yeah, I did. I still.
ねえつむちゃん、私がしてあげようか？
Huh? Dumbfounded, I could only watch as Isuzu kneeled down at my feet. I think we can objectively say this is the fastest hate scene. It hasn't even been an hour. Kururu was faster. Okay, sure. I guess. No. I had at least one VOD before her route, before the hate scene. A few hours later. Really? Yeah, there was some time. There was a bit of time in Kururu's route. Did they go in? I mean, look, I don't know if they've had if Isuzu had sex, but like it's still a hate scene. This is awkward. Come to think of it, where the heck is Ale? She'd messaged me to meet up with her once we had left the hotel, but I couldn't find her anywhere. But that's not important at the moment. Isuzu had been extremely distracted for a while now, despite my attempts to speak with her. In fact, we were almost all the way home. Before that though, I need to do this. Making up my mind, I came to a stop. I have something to say, Isuzu.
つむちゃん？
I grabbed her hand, looking her in the eye. I was starting to break into a nervous sweat, but I ignored it.
真剣な顔してどうしたの？告白でもするみたいだけど。
Surely. That's right. Damn! Hearing these words, Isuzu began to tremble. I'm gonna say it. Say it. Listen, Isuzu, I... Huh? Before I could say the words, I like you, Isuzu stopped me. What was it?
つむちゃんごめん。それ以上は言わないで。
Why not?
もしもつむちゃんが私に対して何か思ってるとしたら、それは嬉しいよ。でもね、私はつむちゃんの恋人にはなれない。
Huh?
私はふさわしくないの。
Huh? Isuzu suddenly rejected me. Indescribable feelings welled up inside my chest, throwing me into disarray. What are you talking about? What do you mean you're not right for me? That's ridiculous. You're hardworking, you're cheerful, you know everything about me. How could you...
つむちゃんごめん。ごめんなさい。
Hey, Isuzu. She ran away from me as fast as she could. At that speed, there was no way I could catch up with her. I don't get it. Unable to gather my thoughts, I could only stand and gaze up at the sky.
つむぐさん、すみませんでした。
Love note? I guaranteed he has to. He can't not put anything in the love note. Nah, it's not your fault. It's not your fault you couldn't meet up with us. And it's my fault that I wasn't able to confess. After coming home, Ale arrived shortly afterward as well, and I told her everything that happened with Isuzu. Apparently, she had some reason for not being able to meet up with us, but that wasn't important anymore. I can't say I was expecting things to end up this way. Why do you think she said? Why do you think she said no?
いえ、それが私にもわかりません。
But the love note would know.
いすずさんはなぜ私はふさわしくないなんて言ったのでしょうか。
Me neither. I'm not right for you. I needed to know what she meant by those words.
つむぐさん、ラブノートを使ってみますか？そうすれば何かわかるかもしれませんけど。
No, that's... Honestly, I was scared to see what the love note would say. My confession had completely bombed, so my fatedness had probably dropped as well. No. Your fatedness is probably higher. Besides, could you give me some time to think? I think I'm starting to realize I care about her more than I thought. I need some time to get my feelings in order.
そうですか。わかりました。
Al nodded and said nothing. It said nothing more. Now then, what was I going to do? After running away from Tsumu, all the way home I shut my door behind me. This way I wouldn't have to worry about my family overhearing me. I doubt they actually effed, right? No, I don't think they did. But, like, at least a hand job. Unable to contain myself any longer, I threw myself onto my bed.
せっかく告白しようとしてくれたのにごめんね。でもね、本当はつむちゃんのことが好きなの。本当に大好きなの。今日も一緒に遊びに行けてすごく楽しかった。
I kicked my feet on the bed, dragging my pillow toward me and hugging it. That feels good.
つむちゃん、こんな風に私を抱きしめてほしいな。って私は何を考えてるの？すごくモヤモヤするよ。
Hearing Sumu confess to me had made me happy from the bottom of my heart. However,
ごめんね。やっぱりつむちゃんの恋人にはなれないよ。だって私ひどいことをしちゃったんだもん。彼女になるなんてできないよ。
what do you mean? What, you fucking broke his legs? You're the reason he can't do any more track and field? The more I said the words aloud, the more I began to remember that day. An incident I could never forget, and the reason I keep on running.
それにつむちゃんの周りにはエイルちゃんとか可愛い女の子がたくさんいるし。
Surely you'd prefer someone more girlish and with bigger boobs than me. I don't know. He confessed to you.
あれ？それでもつむちゃんは私に告白してくれようとしたんだよね。
Why? Even though he has all those cute girls to choose from.
そうなんだ。つむちゃんはそんなに私を。
Oh gosh, thinking about it made me impossibly happy.
ダメ。私決めたんだもん。もう誰にも頼らないって。
I had to get stronger on my own. That's why I vowed to myself on that day.
でも明日からどんな顔をすればいいんだろう。
Can't look him in the eye after what happened. This is all my fault, isn't it?
つむちゃん、ごめんね。私がいけないの。
Jimmy was probably trying to patch things up with me after we had drifted apart. But I just couldn't do it. I was scared.
はあ、どうしよう。
Thinking back on today, I felt a mix of both guilt and happiness. Plus all that naughty stuff we did in the Love Hotel.
私つむちゃんのあそこを口でしちゃったんだよね。
Ah, she went full blowjob. Not just once either.
それに精液だっていっぱい飲んじゃったし。
Ah. Almost as if remembering the taste of my mouth. Forget the water on its own. Shut up. See this. See, look. If if there was there's a flashback here. If I did what Calliope did and played the 18+ version, I wouldn't have been able to censor it fast enough. If I'd accepted his confession back then, what would we be doing right now? Right about now, would we be in Sumu's room, picking up where we left off at the hotel? My face grew incredibly hard as I rolled around my bed.
そっか。もしもつむちゃんと恋人になったら、今頃あのすごい大きいのを私のあそこに。
The more I thought about it, the warmer my body grew, and my hands began to move on their own.
どうしよう。我慢できないかも。ごめんね、つむちゃん。
On top of my bed, I began to play with myself, breathing hotly. I really liked Sumu, but I couldn't be together with him. Tortured with those conflicting emotions, I comforted myself as best I could. With masturbation. Surely there wasn't another hate scene. The next day, I went to school with my head still full of thoughts of Isuzu. Good morning.
つむちゃん。
Isuzu. The moment I opened the classroom door, I found myself face to face with Isuzu. I was with her. It looked like she was blushing. You alright?
大丈夫って何が？
Your face seems kind of red.
なんでもないの。ごめんね、私急いでるから。
As if escaping from me, Isuzu hastily ran off somewhere. After school, I started my shift at work as usual. And thank you for coming.
ねえ、紡ぐってば大丈夫なの？
Why do you ask?
今朝から様子がおかしいよ。僕が話しかけても上の空だったり、ため息だって多いし。
Sorry about that.
悩みがあるなら話聞くよ。なんだかいすずちゃんとぎこちないみたいだけど、喧嘩でもした？
Well, I wondered if it was alright to tell Masora about what happened yesterday. Having my confession rejected was a pretty sensitive topic, so it wasn't something I could talk about with just anyone. I mean, I did tell Lomiel everything, but she was an angel of love after all, more or less.
もしかして話したくない話題だった？
No, I just need some time to sort my head out, that's all.
そっか。じゃあつむぐが話してくれるまで待ってるよ。何かあったらいつでも相談してね。
Thanks, I appreciate it. I was grateful for Masora's kindness. As I was thinking this, Kinu and Kosaki suddenly popped out from the kitchen.
あれ、店長とくるるちゃん？無駄話を注意しようと思ったら幼馴染の子の話をしていたからな。 店長ってば厨房の入り口に隠れて盗み聞きしてたんですよ。それを言うならクルルも同じじゃないか。それはそうですけど。あはは、二人ともお疲れ様です。
Sorry about that. We'll get back to work.
いや、今は人も少ないしあまり気にしなくていい。それより紡ぐ、話す気になったか？今なら私が直々にお前の相談に乗ってやるぞ。
Well, aren't you awfully kind today? Why? Oh, I get it. So that's what this is about.
どさくさに紛れていすずちゃんを勧誘する気ですか？当たり前じゃないか。可愛い子は大歓迎だからな。
Okay, that the music definitely is a bit too loud.
店長ってば相変わらずですね。
Susan was busy with the track field anyway, so I doubt she'd have had time for a part-time job. Kinu probably didn't know that though. It's Suzu, huh? I wonder what she was doing right about now. As I let out an involuntary sigh, I noticed Al and Ushida a little ways away, staring in my direction. Although I wish they hadn't seen that, there was no helping it. All I could do was give them a strained smile. After work, I returned home. Upon doing so, I found Ale, who had finished her shift before me, somberly awaiting my arrival. What's the matter, Ale?
つむぐさんにお話があります。
Okay. With uncharacteristic seriousness, I sat down facing Ale with my knees on the floor. I was sure she wanted to talk about Isuzu. She had probably been giving the matter a lot of thought. I waited for her to speak. A few minutes passed. Ale? Oh, she's shaking like a leaf all of a sudden. Wait. Don't tell me your legs are falling asleep. Apparently, she was having a lot of trouble saying whatever it is she wanted to say. Good grief, this girl. Poke, poke. That's a nice reaction. Then hurry up and spit it out already. It's your fault you're taking so long. Well, I can appreciate the consideration at least. There wasn't any need to hesitate for this long though. Don't worry about it. Just say what's on your mind.
はい、わかりました。それで、いすずさんの件なんですけど、実は私、油断していたんです。運命度も80を超えていましたし、勉強会の様子を聞いて雰囲気も良好でした。だから、このままいけば、つむぐさんといすずさんはうまくいくと思っていたんです。
So I'm the one who screwed up after all.
いえ、私が見たり聞いたりした限りでは、いすずさんのために全力を尽くしていました。だから、油断していた自分が不甲斐なくて。
Ale, I had no idea she felt this much responsibility toward me.
それに、ラブホテルの帰り さんで漫画を立ち読みしていたからですし。
Oh, I thought it was for something important. Huh?
ごめんなさい。実はたまたま立ち寄った本屋さんで長居しちゃったんです。
Unbelievable. Still, though, it's my own fault that my confession didn't pan out. It had nothing to do with you.
つむぐさん。
There were still a lot of things that Isuzu didn't fully understand. And about Isuzu I don't fully understand. If only I knew what those things were. That's what the love note's for.
つむぐさん、私に挽回するチャンスをくれませんか？
There's no need to blame yourself, you know.
はい、わかってます。だけど、私はつむぐさんといすずさんを必ずくっつけると誓いましたから。
You did? When?
Now です。今です。
Well, that doesn't count.
ダメなんてことありませんよ。私、自分の失敗を取り返そうと、さっきいすずさんの様子を見に行ってきたんですよ。
Really?
はい、バッチリしっかりこの目で確認してきました。
To think Ale felt so strongly about this. Well, how is she doing?
それがあまり芳しくありませんでした。
What happened?
私が様子を見に行った時、いすずさんはトレーニング中だったんですが、自分自身を追い込むようにとても険しい顔で走っていました。
I see. I wondered what had been going through her mind while she ran.
そこで提案があるんですけど、私がいすずさんと直接話をしてみてもいいですか？
You and her alone?
はい、女の子同士の方がきっと話せることもありますから。
That was true. Besides, if I tried forcing her to talk to me, she might just try to spare my feelings. Alright. Would you be willing to do me this favor then?
はい、任せてください。
Ale would be our intermediary. In the meantime, all I could do was, I'm gonna go do a little shopping. Watch over the house for me, will you?
急にどうしたんですか？
There's something I need to get ready.
コンビニ行くならついでにいちご味のアイスお願いします。
Oh, shut up. While I might not be able to talk to Isuzu, I wanted to give her a little something at the very least. Pocketing my wallet and phone, I headed out the door. The day after Shimugu and I talked things over, I laid in wait to ambush my target. What the fuck?
いたいた、いすずさん。ベイルちゃん、こんなところでどうしたの？つむぐさんから差し入れです。え、つむちゃんから？まあまあ、とにかく受け取ってください。
A little forcibly, I thrust the bag Tsumugu entrusted to me into her hand. Incidentally, I had no idea what was inside. But in any case, this was the first part of my mission complete.
今日のエイルちゃん、ちょっと大胆だね。つむちゃんと何かあったのかな？それが私にもよくわからないんです。
Yeah, did something happen with Sumu? Yeah, I heard that she got. I heard that Sumuga got rejected by his childhood friend. I don't know if you've ever heard of this.
いきなりこれを持って行ってくれって頼まれたんですよ。
It was the truth. He'd suddenly handed it to me just before I left. But this must have been what he was getting ready last night.
他に何か言ってた？あ、そうでした。伝言があるんですけど。あんまり無理するなよ。だそうです。つむちゃん。
A complicated expression crossed Isuzu's face as she looked down at the bag I'd given her. Whatever it was, I was certain there was some special meaning to it.
いすずさん、つむぐさんを避けてるみたいですけど、何か事情があるんですよね。それは。
Isuzu felt silent for a long time before slowly opening her mouth.
うん、そうだよ。つむちゃんとはいろいろあって話しづらくなったの。そうですか。
It seemed like she didn't really want to talk about it. However, I couldn't simply just give up either.
いすずさん、教室で一緒に勉強したとき、恋バナをしたのを覚えてますか？つむちゃんを異性として意識するか聞いてきたよね。はい、そうですね。いすずさんこそつむぐさんのことをどう思ってるんですか？すぐ近くにいる異性ですし、やっぱり意識しちゃうのでは？意識、恋愛としてだよね。もちろんそうですよ。私は恋愛とか別にいいかなって。今は大会に向けて頑張らないとだし。つむちゃんのためにも。いすずさん、あの時からずっと考えていたんです。もしかしていすずさんはつむぐさんに対して後ろめたい気持ちを抱えていませんか？エイルちゃん、よくわかったね。そうだよ。私はつむちゃんに悪いことをしちゃったんだ。
Yeah, I broke his legs. So I was right after all. It all started with a metal bat. That explains why she had such a pained expression on her face last time.
いすずさん、もしよかったら詳しい話を教えてもらえませんか？でも二人は幼馴染だと聞いています。ですが普段の様子を見ていると本当は仲がいいのに間に壁があるみたいなんです。そんなのせっかくの幼馴染なのに悲しすぎます。だから私は二人の力になりたいです。いすずさんの気持ちを教えてくれませんか？エイルちゃん。
I looked her straight in the eye. Honestly, I wasn't sure whether she would tell me the truth or not. But from the bottom of my heart, I prayed that Isuzu would open up to me.
そっか。心配してくれたんだよね。ありがとう。もしよかったら うちに来ない？ちょうどトレーニングも終わるところだから私の部屋で話そう。椅子、はい、ありがとうございます。うわー、ここがいすずさんの部屋なんですね。
I skipped a bit too forward.
ここまで戻る？無事戻れたわ。
Hang on.
はい、ありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。
Also this one. I did it, Sumugu. Isuzu's willing to talk to me. Just you watch. I'll bring you the two of you together for sure.